Yeah, you putting those people on contracts, so all that stuff add up.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
The more people that's around helping, and people don't help for free no more like that.
That's not about football. That's about something else.
I'm like real life investment. Like, I know the most guaranteed stock I got is myself, so put everything I got into me.
Ooh, Shedeur Sanders didn't just play the game, he flipped the whole script before he even threw a single NFL pass. This fifth-round rookie, buried deep on the Browns' depth chart, pulled off what no one saw coming, turning backup status into big boss energy. Over $21 million in brand deals, merch profits, and media moves later, the league's still trying to figure out how he did it.
There's some backlash from you putting yourself out there, but when you embrace it, he's just like, this is what it is.
Let that sink in. While most rookies fight for a spot just to survive training camp, Shedeur turned the sideline into his stage. The man didn't wait for permission. He created his own spotlight. This wasn't luck, it wasn't hype, and it sure wasn't about being Deion's son. This was straight-up strategy, pure precision, a brand new kind of quarterback built for today's era of content, clout, and control. And please, subscribe to my channel. It helps more than you think. Fanatics dropped his jersey before the Browns even locked in their quarterback rotation, and fans went wild. Over $250 million worth of Shedeur Sanders gear sold out like lightning, and he cashed in $15 million before he even took a preseason snap.
And that would be counter to anything we've seen from Shedeur Sanders in terms of how he's conducted himself across a couple of different stops in college football from Jackson State to Colorado. And for somebody that's grown up in the limelight, you knew that being Deion Sanders' son is going to come along with a different degree of scrutiny.
That's not just a rookie win, that's a takeover. When asked if he felt pressure, he just shrugged and said, "This is what it is." Calm, confident, calculated. He didn't wait for ESPN to hype him or for Mel Kiper to read his name off a card. Nah, Shedeur built his own media machine, his own rules, his own power. NIL deals became his personal ATM, and the best part? He wasn't just posing for photos, he was owning percentages. Most rookies chase practice reps. Shedeur was chasing equity. The man banked $6 million in NIL partnerships. But these weren't your average endorsement checks. These were boss-level contracts with ownership stakes and long-term vision, the kind of deals veteran stars dream about. While others grabbed quick cash and camera time, Shedeur Sanders built a business empire, and he did it all before his first official snap. Shedeur wasn't just building an empire. He became the empire. Every move, every deal, every post was part of a master plan that turned his name into a multi-million-dollar brand.
I don't think he's John Elway. I don't think he's Peyton Manning or even Eli. But I think he's the best quarterback they have, and it'll just take him time. And I think he's a good kid. By and large, good kid.
His partnerships weren't your regular athlete sponsorships either. They were calculated plays, strategic merch drops, digital content collabs, and appearance deals where he called every shot. He didn't just control the image, he controlled the message. This wasn't a side hustle, it was a blueprint for the future of athlete business, and the craziest part, he built it all from scratch. Back in college, while other players were just chasing highlight reels, Shedeur was chasing generational wealth. Nobody handed him this, not even his dad's legendary name. He didn't ride Deion's fame. He capitalized on it, studied the market, built his own team, and turned buzz into bank deposits. Every viral clip, every quote, every brand moment was planned like a CEO running a company. He didn't wait to go pro to get paid. He got paid because he already moved like a pro. $10 million before a single N.F.L. snap, all earned through vision, leverage, and pure hustle. There was no playbook for what he did. No blueprint, no formula, just guts, brains, and bold moves. Nobody else had the courage to flip the game like this. But Shedeur wasn't following anyone's path. He was writing his own. And the money, that was only the beginning. No preseason snaps, no guaranteed roster spot. And yet, Shedeur Sanders somehow had the #1 best-selling rookie jersey in the entire country. Let that sink in.
Expectations have changed because a lot of what we're hearing from Cleveland has changed. Again,
the Browns hadn't even confirmed his position in the quarterback lineup when Fanatics dropped that iconic jersey, before first-round names like Dylan Gabriel or even returning stars like Kenny Pickett. While other rookies waited for PR teams to hype them up, Shedeur was the hype. Every camera pointed his way. Every post turned into a headline. That Fanatics release wasn't luck. It was a power move. The N.F.L. and Fanatics saw the wave coming. The followers, the clicks, the buzz, and they knew Shedeur was about to break the internet. Within days, over $250 million worth of Shedeur Sanders gear flew off shelves, setting records across sports. But here's the kicker. While most rookies get crumbs from jersey sales, Shedeur locked in a monster deal, $15 million straight to his account. And the twist? The people buying weren't just Browns fans. Raiders fans, Dolphins fans, even folks who don't watch football were rocking his jersey just to be part of the movement. Shedeur didn't just sell merch. He sold momentum. He turned his name into a lifestyle brand before even stepping onto the field. It wasn't just sportswear. It was a statement. Fans weren't buying a jersey, they were buying identity. One fan even said, "I'm not a football guy. I'm here for Shedeur." That's not marketing. That's movement.
And it's that branding, bro, being a business, a walking business brand. He's a 5th-round pick, and he generated damn near well over $300 million already in merchandise sale.
While draft experts were still arguing over whether he'd even make the final roster, Shedeur was already making history. The league hadn't even mic'd him up yet, and somehow he already owned the moment. Shedeur Sanders isn't just a quarterback. He's a full-blown media powerhouse. While most rookies beg reporters for a mention or hope for a quick ESPN highlight, Shedeur flips the script completely. From his slick YouTube series to perfectly curated brand collabs, he doesn't wait for coverage. He creates it. This isn't a player catching a wave. This is a man building the ocean. Every contract he signs, there's ownership built in. Every public appearance, back-end points locked down. He's not chasing checks. He's chasing control.
It was good that I grown up Little League and all that stuff under center, so it brings me back to Little League days.
His NIL strategy wasn't built on quick promo deals or photo ops. It was built on equity. Long-term partnerships, stakes in companies, content platforms. Shedeur wasn't renting his fame, he was owning it. That's why when fans rock his jersey, it's not just about team colors, it's about purpose. For a lot of black fans, this moment meant something bigger. It was about representation, pride, and financial independence. The phrase "black business" wasn't just a slogan, it was literally stitched into his story. One fan put it best: "He's not my team, he's my symbol." Think about that. People loyal not to a franchise, but to a person. And Shedeur? He didn't shy away from it. He leaned all the way in. He built around that energy and turned it into profit, influence, and power. While other players chase headlines, Shedeur engineers them. Every trend, every viral clip, every soundbite, he knows exactly how to flip it into revenue. That's not luck, that's strategy. This isn't about fame anymore. This is brand warfare. While other rookies still wait for validation from sports networks or analysts, Shedeur Sanders tore up the old playbook.
Treatment, just on the field, off the field, just making sure everything's right.
Taking care of everything to make sure your body's right.
Yeah.
That's actually, I didn't even think about that.
He didn't need Mel Kiper to boost his draft grade. He didn't need ESPN to co-sign his success. He went straight to the people, built his own audience, told his story his way, and turned followers into investors. And that's exactly what rattled the establishment. He didn't wait for a seat at the table. He built his own table and started serving plates. Shedeur built his own platform and invited the world to join. No slick-talking agents pulling strings, no old-school PR teams spinning stories. Just raw strategy, killer content, and pure consistency. Every move came with proof. Every post came with receipts. From YouTube drops to Instagram domination to docuseries deals, Shedeur didn't just tell his story, he weaponized it. The result? A fan base so loyal, they don't need highlight reels to stay locked in. They follow him, not the scoreboard. While sports media recycled the same tired lines, "He's just Deion's son," or "Let's see if he even makes the team," Shedeur was quietly executing a master plan none of them could comprehend. He made headlines without saying a single word. He was shifting the culture while the critics were still checking his combine stats. By the time the N.F.L. realized the wave that was coming, it was already too late. Shedeur wasn't just a story anymore. He was the source of stories. Every doubt, every headline questioning him, That became content. Every critique turned into leverage.
Shedeur was my 20th player. He's a first-round caliber player. Like, talent-wise, both those guys, I think, have a huge advantage over Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett has to be light years better.
People thought he was just stacking endorsement deals, but the truth ran way deeper. Behind every jersey, every video, every collaboration, there was a secret weapon, the prime equity clause. Inspired by his dad Dion's business mindset, but elevated with Shedeur's Gen Z strategy, this clause flipped the entire athlete brand relationship on its head. This wasn't about slapping his name on products, this was about owning what he touched. When a Shedeur docu-series dropped, he didn't just collect a check, he got paid on the back end. When a jersey sold out, he didn't take a tiny royalty, he took equity. Every deal he signed came with a seat at the table, not just a shout out in the credits. No flat fees, no one-time payments, just long-term, generational value, all locked in up front. Shedeur wasn't playing the short game, he was playing CEO. While most athletes chase clout or a viral moment, he was chasing assets. That prime equity clause wasn't just paperwork, it was a blueprint for the future. Now, every athlete watching sees what's possible. Full control, full ownership, and full respect. Shedeur Sanders didn't just change the game, he rewrote the rules, one contract at a time. You don't need to be a first-round pick to have first-class leverage. All you need is control of your image, your voice, and your audience. And Shedeur Sanders had all three locked down with receipts to back it up.
And I'm pretty sure I'm going to look it up if that's some type of record. I personally feel that's a record when you look at the atmosphere of it. You look at where he got drafted.
The N.F.L. thought they were drafting a developmental quarterback. What they really brought in was a walking enterprise. A fifth-round rookie with superstar pull, media control, and business vision way beyond anything scouts could measure. They thought they were signing a prospect. Turns out, they signed a partner. And the wild part? The Browns don't even seem to realize it yet. Cleveland might be sitting on a gold mine, but they're acting like it's just another roster spot? Let's make one thing clear. Shedeur Sanders was a fifth-round pick buried fourth on the depth chart. Yet somehow, his jersey outsold every rookie in the N.F.L. He didn't even have a guaranteed roster spot, but he already had national merch deals, brand equity, and a loyal fan base that didn't care about the Browns. They cared about him. That's not luck. That's a branding tsunami. While other teams were busy hyping up first-round names like Dylan Gabriel, whose jerseys barely hit the clearance rack, Shedeur was already front and center on Fanatics before the ink on his rookie contract had even dried. Fans weren't waiting for him to prove himself on the field. They were already smashing add to cart like it was game day. And here's the thing, this isn't about hype or followers anymore. This is real loyalty. The kind of loyalty franchises spend decades trying to build, and Shedeur pulled it off before his first NFL snap. That connection, that cultural pull, you can't buy that, you earn it. But here's the scary part. If the Browns don't wake up soon, they're gonna lose more than just a quarterback. They'll lose the movement, the media power, the cultural influence, and that unstoppable fan energy. All of it, because Shedeur's audience doesn't follow logos, they follow him. Trade him tomorrow, and that loyalty, it's gone.
Shedeur seems to overcome every time, no matter how much blitz packages you throw at Shedeur. He's durable. He could take the hits. He doesn't have to be the fastest man on the field.
The followers, the merch sales, the engagement, it all travels wherever Shedeur goes. The Browns didn't build this wave. He did. And if they're not careful, he might just take it with him and leave Cleveland watching from the sidelines while he builds an empire somewhere else. The Browns didn't build this wave. They just got lucky enough to stand near it. Now they've got two options, ride it or get crushed by it. While NFL insiders kept debating arm strength, footwork, and quarterback mechanics, something way bigger was happening right under their noses, and almost everyone missed it. This wasn't just about a rookie quarterback trying to prove himself. This was a power shift, a full-blown revolution inside the NFL. Shedeur Sanders didn't just show up with flashy highlight reels and a famous last name. He arrived with a media empire, a direct-to-fan business model, and a playbook that completely exposed how outdated the league's system really is. He took every traditional barrier and turned it into a stepping stone. Media control? He owned it. Marketing? He didn't wait for the Browns' PR team to design a post. he launched full-scale campaigns on his own. Contracts? He baked in equity from day one. And when the critics tried to drag him down, he flipped their hate into content and monetized it. Every single doubt became fuel. Every headline became leverage. What Shedeur proved is simple. The old way is dead. That old model where athletes had to wait for a chance, earn respect, and then maybe get leverage, gone. The new order is build first, monetize second, and let the league come chasing you.
Yeah, you putting those people on contracts, so all that stuff add up.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
The more people that's around helping, and people don't help for free no more like that.
And that's the shift nobody in the front offices saw coming, until it was too late. Now, the fastest man on the field isn't just about 40-yard dashes. It's about the players smart enough to move faster in the business game. And here's the real plot twist. It's not just Shedeur anymore. There's a wave of young athletes studying his moves, learning the blueprint, and realizing they don't have to play by the NFL's rules to win big. The league is officially playing catch-up. What happens when the next generation of players skip the combine for camera time? When equity replaces endorsements as the new gold standard? That future isn't coming. It's already here. And Shedeur didn't just predict it, he built it. Before throwing a single NFL pass, he's already redesigned the entire playbook. This was never just about NIL deals or flashy sponsorships. This was about control, about rewriting the rules before even stepping on the field. While other rookies were chasing validation from scouts and execs, Shedeur built his own stage and brought the entire audience with him. $6 million before his rookie deal even kicked in, full ownership over his image, and equity in every single move he made. Shedeur Sanders didn't just join the NFL, he flipped the power dynamic and made the league play his game. And now, Shedeur Sanders isn't just part of a media machine, he is the machine. He doesn't wait for the story. He creates it, spins it, and drops it exactly how he wants it to hit. Every post, every clip, every headline comes from his own production line of power, precision, and planning. He didn't just learn from Deion Sanders, he evolved the playbook. The student became the strategist, and now the N.F.L. is the one scrambling to adapt to him. It's no longer about fitting into the system. Shedeur is the system. This isn't just football anymore. This is business warfare dressed like a sport, a cultural pivot shaking locker rooms, front offices, and corporate boardrooms alike. Because when a fifth-round pick with no guaranteed snaps generates more value than top 10 selections, that's not a fluke, that's a warning shot. The entire league's idea of talent and value just got flipped upside down. Shedeur didn't wait to be called a franchise player. He made himself one. Before the league could even figure out what hit them, the movement had already begun. He didn't get drafted into the N.F.L. The N.F.L. got drafted into his world. What Cleveland thought was a gamble turned into a full-blown media revolution, a movement that's only getting louder, stronger, and way more unstoppable. So what do you think? Is Shedeur changing the game for good, or is the league about to push back hard? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, share this with your crew, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the stories shaking up the game. See you on the next one.